and this is the video that I spoke about before, that you can actually game on Linux. I don't know who told you you cannot, and I don't know who's telling you that Linux somehow is this creepy, spooky system that is unusable for human beings. Obviously, it's made for human beings, and I'm one of them using it, and there's millions like me. We're here in Linux Mint 21.2 Cinnamon, the most basic you can get, and the most kind of Windows look-alike you can get. Now, this version is 5.8.4. Yes, I don't have the highest computer properties. It's an Intel Core i7 9700F. By the way, if you buy a computer or a CPU, I recommend do not buy the chip with an F because it doesn't have onboard graphics if you are into that. I have only 32 gigs of RAM. It's not bad, but it's not the best, and the drives don't matter. I have an NVIDIA 1660 Ti on this one, and that's all I have right here. Now, what you need to do in order to game, first of all, you go to this software center right here, and you search for Lutris, Lutris, just like that. And here, I downloaded both, but you really need just this one here. Make sure you get the FlatHub. There's a system packet. It doesn't really make a difference all the time, but in this case, it worked perfectly good. When you're inside, when you download Lutris, is around 2.5 gigabytes. You launch it, and after you launch, let me close this one here. As you see, I already installed some games. Some of them are ROMs that are, for Sega and just for my own pleasure. Mortal Kombat 3. I also have Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. This is from PlayStation 2. And I as well have, right here, the BIOS for PlayStation 3, that I have Grand Theft Auto for PS3. And if you go down here, you'll see the games that are kind of made for it. I didn't really put too much effort on renaming and changing all this stuff. But besides that, let me see what else you have on Lutris. And yes, most of the stuff here in Lutris will be actually very easy because most of the stuff you're trying to install will be just next, or okay. Not really involving any code. At least in my computer here, I did not have to touch any code. And here you have Steam. As you see, I'm signed in already on Steam. I just don't have any games on it. You have Ubisoft, EA, Epic Games, GOG or GOG, and the Lutris itself that I have the Rockstar Games launcher. I usually just go through here. How do you install games here? Ooh, that's the big scary part. That's actually the easy part. Let me show you. Click this tiny plus right here in the top left corner. Right here, you could either search for website on the Lutris website for installers, or you can import previously installed games if you had Lutris on another computer and you bring the folder over, you can do that. Or you can install Windows games from an executable file or exe file. Now that's a big thing. Or you can install from a local install script like YAML and all that, or you can import a ROM. Like I did here with some of these that you see here, Sonic, Super Off-Road, and all that. Or you can add a locally installed game that you might have already in your computer, which is unlikely. In this case, I'm going to go with a executable or exe games that most of you have been asking for. You can just name the game. I'm going to put Need for Speed here. Yes, just something I like. I already have GTA 5. We're going to play it in a second just to show you that it actually plays. But I'm going to walk you through how you install that exe file or exe file of a game, to be exact, not just any exe file. I'm going to leave it here, Need for Speed. I'm going to hit continue right here. And here we're going to browse for our exe file. And here I'm at the exe file of my game. I'm just going to get this setup.exe, that's the Need for Speed Heat. That's the one that I want to install right now. Hit OK right here and hit install. Now here, you just wait. Maximum that you might have to do here if it ever asks you for anything is to hit next, just like you would install it on a Windows machine. That's how hard it is. Seriously, this is how hard it is. Disregard this one that says unable to use set priority because it's over 20, but that's just something that doesn't really change anything. Arrow up, and we go here, install, and right here we hit proceed. I'm gonna leave everything here as it's at, hit next, hit install, and wait for 2,500 years to install, because it's quite a huge game, but we'll see what it does when it's finished installing. And the installation just finished. We are good here. We hit finish, and we go here, close this one, because now it's all done. And here we have Need for Speed. Now I could go in and change the logo because it didn't auto-load it. I do not even care about that part at this moment. Since we're launching a game, let's connect our PlayStation 3 controller. We will always accept it. Let me just show you the Bluetooth here. Disconnect the USB. Click the PlayStation logo on the controller, and it is connected. That's all it takes. Boom, we have a PlayStation 3 controller now to play GTA 5 here. And just wait for GTA 5 to load, and we'll see how that goes just in a second. And here we're inside the graphics. We can choose our DirectX. Okay, we need to do this one right here. And if we hit back, we have to save. And we are good. Full screen. And this is the beginning. That's the beauty of it. Okay, now here it is the most boring part probably. And just gonna put the volume down a little bit. And yes, just so you know that I'm still on Linux Mint. Here's the Linux Mint menu on the side. Now I don't know what I'm doing. I'm supposed to probably get out of here, I think. And here are the hostages and all that good stuff. And yes, you can change the graphics and all that just like you would do on a normal PC. Here's the gamepad and all that good stuff. The gamepad, it shows as the Xbox, but actually we are playing with a PlayStation 3. Or you can do play with a keyboard and mouse and all that. Here's the game settings if you want to do the missions and all that good stuff. You can sign in for online gaming. I don't have an account, so I'm not gonna pretend like I'm gonna do it. And here's the map that you would zoom in and out if you were outside when you're in the game. Everything just works. Most of these here on the side, you will have to install separately, of course, the mods and all that. Google is right there, so I unfortunately cannot tell you how to do the rest of this. But what I can tell you is about Steam. How to get Steam to show up here. You just go to your software center or software store, whatever you want to call that, and you search for Steam. Right here, and you install Steam. And in I just get the Valve and the launcher, and I'm good to go. And you can log into your Steam and get all your games and whatnot. I don't have any games, so I'm not gonna log into my Steam right now. Even though I'm actually logged into Steam, I just don't have any games on it. And that's pretty much all it is to it. Seriously, this is how hard it is to play games on Linux. And this is just Linux Mint Cinnamon, and I'm playing them with a PlayStation 3 controller that connects. Just plug in the USB, say accept and pair and whatever it gives you here, and disconnect the USB, click the PlayStation button on it, wait for it to turn on, and you'll be good to go. It will auto-connect, and it will stay connected forever if you want to. And you can check the battery for your PlayStation controller. It says fully charged here. If you go to batteries on power settings, you'll see my Sony PlayStation 3 controller is at 75% battery, which is a lot, and I'm good. Seriously, that's the hardest part of playing games on Linux Mint. At least Linux Mint that I have here. It plays with absolute ease. You can put these tiny games here. Let me just show you really quick. You're gonna probably laugh with this one. This super game here, for example. This is the Super Off-Road. Yes, that's how games used to be, by the way. Okay, I'm just gonna continue here, and I'm just gonna start playing. It's a breeze. This is the high graphics, by the way. Look how you can take turns. Look at that. This is better than GTA 5. Look at those graphics. Serious. We're talking about some RTX or something hyper that you need to install this one. Not just anything can handle this one. believe it or not, I actually enjoy playing these sometimes. Even though this game was kind of before my time, I did not reach it in my normal life, but I'm reaching it now. And yeah, I flipped the car there. But yeah, that's how some of the games were. The pixels. That's a lot of pixels. Now it's hard for me to actually follow where the road is supposed to be, but looks like I lost 53k and I gained 1k. This is probably the best thing you ever seen, Mortal Kombat 3. This is no joke, this is a game. Now the pixels are part of life because this screen is much bigger than any screen that existed in the time this game was a thing. And let me just choose one of them, I guess. I'm gonna get this one. And we're gonna do novice because I have no idea what I'm doing. Okay, and let's choose to fight with someone. Choose your destiny. And now I am gonna be smashed because I have no idea how to play this one. It's been so long and I have no idea what I'm doing. Let me see if I can play with this. Yeah, Sindel wins. Round 2. Fight. Okay, I'm not gonna fight because it's embarrassing what I just did there because I lost. But yeah, that's exactly how this works. You can actually play on Linux. Now, if you get stuck on doing something or you see a problem, well, just copy whatever the error message is, plug it in on Google or whatever you have to search, and the Linux community will always be there with some answer to any problem you might have. And I mean that. I never seen a friendlier and more proactive community than the Linux. And I'm talking about across all developments of Linux or flavors of Linux. You just plug it in, somebody has an answer for it. Even though in this case, for example, you don't really need that much. It's really easy. You just go there, install Lutris, install your games as I showed you in this video, and the rest will be guided in a easy fashion as if you were on Windows. Just next, 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 okay, download whatever is required, and you're good to go. And with that said, I hope you enjoyed this video. It's seriously that easy to game on Linux. We will see you next time. Bye!